Hello and welcome to D&D Night on DDOstream, sponsored by Fantasy Grounds, the most supported virtual tabletop available. You can visit fantasygrounds.com or at fantasygrounds2 on Twitter to learn more. This is Oracle of War, and I am Patrick, your dungeon master and host this evening. And we'll go down the line here and have everyone introduce themselves and remind us who they are playing. But first, a quick note. After the first two sessions, we're going to turn the difficulty level down from Reaper to normal.
You?
The Oracle of War is an Adventures League product, and it offers suggestions on how to adjust the difficulty level for a strong or very strong party. I considered this to be a very strong party. My idea of what very strong means and what their idea of strong and very strong means is not exactly in line with each other. So we're going to turn things down just a little bit, which should also allow us to get through some of the content a little bit faster, because we're still on the first module of the 4 beginning modules, and that's only supposed to take like 3 or 4 hours to get through the content. We're going on 6 hours, and we're only about halfway. We're a little more than halfway through that content, so we'll be toning down the difficulty level just a little bit. Let's go down the list, and we'll introduce folks. So tell us who you are and who you're playing, and we'll start with Fraktah.
Okay, my name is I'm Fraktah. I'm playing a Goliath Barbarian.
And Gralak.
I'm Gralak, and I'm a half-elf monk, and I'm apparently very gimpy.
Debatable. Ista.
This is Lynn. I'm playing Ista, who is a half-elf sorcerer.
And Kaela.
Hi, I'm Kaela Brightleaf. I'm playing a high elf rogue.
Lorlevant.
Hello, I'm Lorlevant, and I am an ASMR warlock.
And Miri.
I'm Miri. I am playing a half-elf bard.
And Wallop.
This is Grubbby, and I'm playing Wallop, a Warforged Juggernaut fighter.
All right, so just to kind of recap where we were last time, you were hired by, I believe his name was Ebenezer, right? That sounds familiar.
Yes.
Ebenezer, not Ebenezer. There we go. And this particular individual wanted you to investigate a underground tunnel that he wasn't sure what was going on there. And his employer had purchased the salvage rights to Big Mo, which is a Warforged juggernaut who is kind of just left there from the remnants of the war. And he started off by trying to get you to just investigate it, but you were able to learn that he's concerned that his employer, Aurelian Karnak, is perhaps up to no good, and he wanted you to investigate that. And you did investigate, and you found the Order of the Emerald Claws agents underneath there, which you dealt with. And you came back to report to Ebenezer, and you got out of the tunnel and found that he was dead, slain there. So that's where we're going to pick up. And I believe you had also brought out the necromancer who was working on pulling up some bodies and stuff like that, and raising them and all that fun stuff. So you get out of the tunnel, and there's Ebenezer, and he is full of
Staked out.
He's what?
Staked out.
Yeah, he's full of holes, full of arrows. And that's where we're going to pick up for the night.
Where were we when we saw Ebenezer?
Pretty much right as you came out the door. He's right there. He's sprawled near his body is sprawled near the scrapyard bell, which is Just kind of more towards the front of the place, the scrapyard.
And we are correct suspecting his boss of being involved with this, possibly. Do I remember
So,
that correct?
Ebenezer suspects that his boss is involved. The person you questioned, whose name I can look up here,
Let's see.
Constock. This is the physician from Karnath. He doesn't know who he's working for. He just knows that he was brought here and what he's brought here to do. He was kept in the hole. Other people were dealing with the communication, whatever that communication was. So I don't think you have any like hard proof, but it is fair to say that you suspect that she is involved. Yes.
Right. Okay.
Well, I see he also got pinned down by a whole bunch of ammunition.
Right. And get back. We don't know where these guys are. Where is he? Is there anybody? Can anybody see anyone?
Can I make a survival check to see if I found any tracks?
You could, if you want. Although perception would kind of, the perception roll you said you make would really kind of cover that, anyways.
Okay.
I'm going to be kind of ducking back, look around, and then duck back because I don't want to be pinned by arrows.
Look, guys, over there. There's a couple of cloaked figures.
Patrick, do we have a map?
Working.
Ah,
Yes.
Map. We like maps.
Oh, that's interesting. I wonder why half of the characters here have a odd graphic.
Okay, our characters?
Yeah.
Our characters look okay to me. Interesting.
Yeah, they're okay on my screen.
Well, there's the health bar that's on the side is not the normal color. It's a nice bright purple.
It's green on mine.
Except for
Interesting.
Fraktah,
It's green on ours.
who's perfectly fine.
Yeah, they're all green on mine.
yeah, same.
Anyways, yes, so with the help of Kaela and perhaps Miri, who also saw them, but there are two humanoids getting ready to attack and preparing an ambush. However, you have seen them and are not surprised and may act in normal order.
They have out bows, I take it.
They do.
Alrighty.
Back down the tunnel.
Back down the tunnel.
Ista, you lead us off today.
Okay. Well, I will, I guess, take a shot as we are backing down the tunnel.
That will hit. Quicksilver is a female shifter. Brace is a female human.
And basically kind of start backing up.
Okay. The tunnel is some distance away. I misspoke
okay.
earlier. So you're at the front of the scrapyard.
Okay.
The tunnel is going to be some distance away. It's the back of the big mow is the back of the scrapyard. So.
Okay. Well, then I will just stand here.
Is there any
Is
other
there any
cover?
cover around?
Not really. The Scrapyard Bell area is the cleanest part of the junkyard.
Figures.
Okay, I'll take a shot then too at Quicksilver. And miss
Which one of-
horribly.
Which one of us has the crossbows that the guys inside had? Do we all have them?
Good question. I believe
Don't know that we figured all that out last time.
there are several in the party sheet. However, none of them have been claimed. So
I'm going to grab one.
you can do that
Where's the
after the
group?
combat is over.
Because it's in nebulous land.
Yes. Kaela, you a forceful pop in your shoulder is heard as your arm goes limp. That arm is incapacitated for 7 rounds.
Oh.
And Quicksilver will come up and shoot with her longbow at Miri. For no apparent reason other than it's the first person I got to. And we'll hit Miri for 6 points of damage. And it's Lorlevant's turn. Your Eldritch Blast will hit.
Clicking and dragging damage is not working. I'll just do that.
That'll work. I can work with that.
Then where was the Titan that we were underneath?
Like 300 feet
Gotcha.
away.
Then I will end turn.
Miri.
Oh, I'm going to use my sling on this gal. I think I know how to do that. Is that right?
That was damage.
That was the damage.
Damage. Okay. I did it the wrong way then? Okay, this one.
There you go. Do you want to just take your 4 damage? Take your damage that you already put on there.
Yeah, might as well. And then I'm going to be backpedaling around this big thing that I'm standing next to.
Sure. This is just a generic map that they have provided. Fancy Grounds has provided, so.
Okay.
So there's really not anything there, right? That's just open grass.
I can just open it and make it nothing.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just open ground, maybe a little muddy.
It's
Okay, so there's-
ambiance.
Yeah.
Okay, so there this
But hiding
image
behind
that
the
I
big guys in front, good solid tactic.
yeah. Well, okay, so this thing that this 5-sided thing here is not an actual thing, right?
No.
So I'm gonna move back to the side a little bit more in that case right here. That's where I meant to have gone before. Thank you. Moving back.
Wallop.
All right. Okay, I guess this is gonna be. One move. Then what did I, okay. Just a second. For some reason that's not grabbed. There we go. Crossbow, which I have. and mess with because I'm not good with it. And then I drop it and pull my maul.
Okay. I have an interesting run of players two-handed fighting players who are going for a maul.
Because it's a great weapon.
Nothing wrong with it. It's just kind of interesting.
Make go boom.
And it's cheaper than a two-handed sword.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Indeed.
That dart will miss. All right, Brace is going to go for a kind of a flanking maneuver here. That's too far. And she will shoot at Wallop, the big scary warforged in the front. The arrow bounces harmlessly off of your hardened exterior. Fraktah.
Right.
Okay, I'll be moving towards Racer. As far. And I try to be able to throw a javelin.
Okay. Let's see, how far are you here?
Yeah, it will be with the advantage, I think.
55 feet. You may... Let's see, what's the range on a javelin?
It's 30, 120.
Wow.
So yeah,
Throw a
that's long.
javelin 120 feet? That's an impressive
Okay.
throw. Yeah, so it'll be with disadvantage.
How do I... Okay.
On the bottom left, there's a button that says dis on it. Irrelevant. You
Sorry.
missed. Well, actually, roll again, just in case you roll a 1. You know, stranger things have happened. Lord knows I've rolled 2 1s with advantage, so.
So should I
Make
Do
the
the same thing.
roll the attack again.
Okay.
Or you can just roll a d20. Ah, see, there you did it with disadvantage. You missed all 3 times.
Yeah.
All right, that'll end your turn.
That's
Okay. Ista, back to you.
Okay, I'm gonna move up. Let's see. 20. What's my movement? Hold on. 30. Okay. I'll move to here. And then I am going to use Mind Sliver.
Ooh, this sounds fun.
So this drives a disorienting spike of psychic energy into one of the creatures you can see within range. Target must make an intelligence saving throw. Unless the saving throw is successful, the target takes 1d6 psychic damage, and the first time it makes a saving throw before the end of your next turn, it must roll a d4 and subtract the number from the save. So, and I guess if it saves, nothing happens.
Sounds about right for a cantrip.
Yeah. So, all right. Quicksilver.
Fails the save.
Nice. So, I'll put damage and then effect onto her.
That's probably good order. She does survive
1.
your attack.
Woo. And then I just dropped the effect on her. Did that work?
It did.
Okay.
Looks like it's there. It should be all set up to go.
Awesome. Pass my turn.
Kaela.
All right. Well, I think my right arm is disabled right now.
Unfortunately, that sounds accurate.
So I guess I'll take my dagger out my left hand and I'll just move.
Okay.
I want to move there. But
That's actually 25 feet, not 30 feet.
Okay.
Okay. Quicksilver will also shoot the big hulking Warforged Juggernaut coming towards her. He's an imposing figure.
Ooh.
This'll hit. I got it to show you that I'm hitting you. Or actually, no, I want to make sure it's showing you guys if it hits or not.
It is.
Oh,
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, we can see it.
I wonder how I managed to make that happen, because I've been trying to make that happen for 6 months. I can never seem to get it to
Maybe
work.
they fixed it.
Yeah, maybe. 7 damage to Wallop.
Oof.
Oh.
Oh, interesting. And then she will draw back and fire again.
Uh-oh.
Wait, hold that thought. Let me check this first. She you watch as her form shifts a little bit and becomes more bestial.
Oh, that's not good.
And then she fires again. However, this arrow
Hooray.
sails high. Lorlevant.
I'm gonna move a little bit closer. And then let's do something I haven't done very often.
Use an attack spell. That's a save.
They take nothing. They take nothing. I was casting Sacred Flame at Brace.
Just for clarification, I think you have done nothing on several turns before. Just saying.
That's probably true.
Anything else from you?
No.
Miri.
Going to move forward. I'm not sure how far I can move here very quickly. I'm going to try to go there.
Probably you can move 30 feet. You can move 30 feet.
Yeah, I think
That's
getting
40
close
feet.
to that. 40 feet. Okay. I see. It didn't give me numbers before. Oops. Okay. How to make that stop?
It
stop.
might give you an X. I don't remember if it does if you're the player, which is canceling your move.
Oh,
Yeah, you can normally right click
I
on
did not
the
have that.
token
Didn't
thing.
do that.
You have to
Okay.
right click to do that.
So I'm going to go to about here, I think it is. And then I am going to point at Quicksilver and whisper, "Look behind you," using the message cantrip.
Okay.
I can figure out how to do that.
Let's see. Does it give us any rules for?
You point your finger towards a creature within range and whisper a message. The target and only the target hears the message and can reply in a whisper that only you can hear. You can cast the spell through solid objects if you are familiar with the target and know it is beyond the barrier. Magical silence. 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of common metal. It doesn't have to follow a straight line and can travel freely around
Right.
corners. Well, they're right in plain sight. And if I'm whispering, they won't may perhaps recognize my voice. And I'm hoping that this will distract her and make her turn around and look behind her.
Yeah, I was looking for like a save value or something. I just use your Vicious Mockery save value. She
Thank
does
you.
not
'Cause
turn
I couldn't
around.
find one either. Okay.
It was a smart move.
Anything else you want to do? Perhaps. Oh, you're out of spells. Never mind.
I'm out of spells. Yes, I'm doing
Yeah,
the best
we're
I
all
can
pretty
here
much
with
tapped.
very little. Okay.
I
and
have
with,
1 spell left. And
yeah.
that's because
Now,
we short rested.
Is a cantrip count as a bonus action thing, or is that
Only
my
if
only
it
action?
says it's a bonus action. It should tell you. Yeah, message is
spell
casting
attack.
time,
it
one
says
action.
one action.
Yep.
One action. Yeah. So that's what I've done. Okay. And I'm out of everything because we did not rest, and we ran
I
in.
think you took a
there.
short rest.
We took a short rest.
It
'cause I
didn't
got
help
my
me.
spell
It
back.
helped him, but it didn't help me. It did not help me, so it helped him. And yep. So here I go. I'm done. That's as far as I can tell. That's all I can do.
Okay.
All right. For me, my bonus action will be my second wind, which I got back on a short rest.
Nice.
And that's why I use it early.
Mhm.
And then as I make this move action, I will swap out weapons for the glaive because I know I'll be short.
Okay, so you're dropping them all and going for the glaive?
Yep.
Okay. Which has a reach, right?
Right.
Reach is nice. Oh, here we go. That's a
Ooh.
Ooh.
25. Nice and solid.
Oh.
All right.
Well, that was weird. Oh, okay. I rolled a 2, it re-rolled it to a 1. That's what happened. Again.
That's par for the
Distinctly
course,
remember
right?
that
I saw it
happening
do
again.
a 2. I don't know why it changed it to a 1, but well.
Because he has a reroll ability, which rerolls it
Oh,
to a
I
1.
see.
It re-rolls 1s and 2s.
I see. Okay.
So
Don't.
Oh well.
He has
Next
the two-weapon or two-handed fighting
Oh.
style. Or I think it's great.
Right.
Was it great weapon
Great
or
weapon.
something? Yeah. It allows you to reroll 1s and 2s. That dart will sail high. If you're talking, you're muted.
I wasn't.
Grubby talk.
Yeah. Stranger things have happened.
True.
Brace will continue moving around to the side. Oops, that's not one. And Brace will plug. Was it Karnak? Was that what his name was? Comstock. Brace will plug him with 2 arrows, killing him.
Ooh.
Well, that solves that problem.
Necromancer down.
Ista is not torn by this information.
We can tell.
Fraktah.
Who was using Comstock as a shield?
Yeah. Go there.
I have cleverly kept myself 5 feet out of reach of you, on both sides.
Yeah.
I am claiming this is intentional.
Still, bravely.
You're throwing your hand axe at her?
Yeah.
Yeah, that hits. Oh boy, nice damage.
That's the most damage anybody's
Fraktah.
gotten on these.
You will pay for your insolence. And it's my turn.
Ista.
Okay. So we're pretty much on cantrips. So I guess let's try a little chill touch. Why not?
That's a hit.
Oh, it is.
Sneaking in with the 13. Yeah, this is the part that I was saying it does, because I don't think it shows you that it hits, right?
No, it just says what I rolled.
Yeah.
It doesn't say hit or miss.
When we're attacking, we don't see, but when
That's
you're
what I
attacking
want.
us, we do.
No, I wanted to tell
Yeah.
you that you got it.
that's interesting.
And there's 2 effects on her. Did that go on her?
They did.
Okay. There we go.
I'm not sure either one's going to apply to anything, but that's okay.
Well,
You don't know, she could be like a potion. You know, be like, man, you should have left that potion. We could use it when you're dead.
And I'll keep moving. With my broken arm. Or dislocated arm.
All right, Quicksilver, seeing she is becoming range is no longer her friend, will utilize the fact that she can back up and fire at the same time, and will take 2 shots at Gralak, one of which misses, and one of which hits. For a whopping 4 points of damage. Although at this level, that can be a lot. Lorlevant.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, my one and only spell is going to be used for an attack for once.
Ooh. That's going to hit.
Excellent.
Holy damage.
Holy moly.
Nice.
Good
Go ahead. How do you
God. Make
Good choice.
As I said, I've been saving my spells for healing most of the time, but there's a good alternative.
This was not a guiding bolt, it was a bomb.
Yeah, so Brace's eyes go wide with shock as Lorlevant hits her with a nice bolt of light, killing her.
I believe that is what we call preemptive healing.
Preventative measures.
All right. It recenters on me, and now I can't see where anybody is. There we go.
If you hold the middle mouse button and move.
Yes. Oh, I can move.
Yeah,
it.
there
It's
is a
just- yeah.
setting in Fantasy Grounds where you can turn that off, because as soon as I figured out you could, I turned that
I
off.
need to find that. Thank you.
If you click on the
Yeah.
gear in the top right, it's one of the 4 options in the top. It's the 4th one. Turn auto center map.
Because I had the same thing, like so irritating.
Oh,
That you
right.
don't, that it doesn't, you don't like it when it centers on you?
I don't.
No.
Yeah, don't. Yeah, I
Sure.
want. I have it set so I can see what I want to see, and then
As
it
the-
centers on me, and I can't see it anymore.
As the DM, that's a great button.
Well, I'm sure
There's
that's
so
true.
many
but
things.
for yeah, I'm sure that's true. All right, so that means that I'm trying to figure out where everybody where
Northeast of
they
you.
are here. Yes, I see that. Okay. One. That's not 15.
The
Okay.
first one
How do I
kind of.
make it stop?
Here.
How do I make it? Okay, X.
You can also
Okay.
you
it
can
made
use
it go away completely. The
yeah.
map went away.
The map went away. I didn't.
The whole map went
Oh,
away.
you
when I
hit the X on the
and-
top.
No, I did not hit the X on the top. I did a right click on myself.
Yeah, you hit
And-
close window.
Okay, thank you. Okay, I'm trying to.
I
Get
can
it
also
that
can't
way.
like you can just ask me
Well,
to
now I
cancel
can
it
see
too.
it. Now it gives me a number in it. Before it did not give me a number in it. Okay, so I'm going to go there.
It's because you were zoomed in farther, probably.
It didn't look like it. Anyway. Okay, and then I'm going to use my sling.
Okay.
As soon as I can move this stuff out of my way. And I need to find my sling.
You can also, if it helps, you can use the number pad or the arrow keys to move your token.
I don't think that
That's
would help
gonna
me.
miss.
Okay. Well, shucks.
Sometimes I find it helps, particularly when your DM gives you a long, curving, single file path. That you can use that to kind of navigate diagonally as well, the number pad. So, and you do it by square, so it counts your movement a little more cleanly sometimes.
I need practice. Okay.
That's okay.
Thank you.
For some reason, Fantasy Grounds these days has this habit of putting you just out of like a square.
Mm-hmm.
Can make for some really funny counting.
As part of that
The
move, can I
last
switch
time.
back
Yeah,
to
I tried to
my
move
preferred?
2
Sorry.
squares diagonally, and it gave me 15 feet instead of 10 feet. So I didn't like that idea.
That's accurate, actually. If it's too completely diagonal, it is.
Well, I know how real life works, and in real life, I can go that way.
True.
That's a miss. Gralak. The 15 will hit. And with that shot, you killed Quicksilver.
Yay! And I start trying to bandage my bleeding wound since I have only 3 hit points left.
And I'll collect my weapons.
And
Okay.
then
Hey,
I will
guys,
collect my slingshots. So
last session, I left a potion in the party cheat. So
There are a couple potions in the party sheet, yes. Is that
that's the
to...
wrong one. That was the wrong one, isn't it? I need to do this one.
What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to get my stuff back.
Your ammunition?
Yes.
You want a percentile, and you can right-click the D10 to get a
Oh, yeah.
percentile.
can I do that too?
Yep.
On
Thrown
accident.
weapons, you need to roll above a 25. Ammunition, you need to roll above a 50 to recover.
Oh, sorry. I'll roll a
I did not recover. So I'm down by 2. No.
Uh,
One from before, one
Immediately
from now.
after the battle and commotion has settled down, a Warforged soldier arrives at the scrapyard. You recognize her as Sheriff, kind of the local quote law enforcement. If you're thinking along terms of like a typical Western movie sheriff, that's kind of what's going on here. And she has a kind of a malfunction that manifests as an odd stutter. But she comes up and what's going on here?
We were just about to ask you that.
Why would I know?
But these 2 individuals, and I'll point to the 2 corpses, until recently, had, it appeared, impaled our employer as we were sent to discover what goings-on was going on underneath old Joe. And, well, it was Karnathi, corpse preparers.
You could identify them as Emerald Claw. You have that information.
Oh, yeah. Okay, Emerald Claw.
Oh. Well, that looks like everything's in order here then. Good job.
Yep. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hoyer was killed.
Yeah. By these 2.
That's unfortunate.
Ah, well, Ebenezer, I see.
Yes.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
it looks like there's nothing left for me to do. Justice has already been carried out.
You don't want to examine the body or anything?
She goes over, looks at the body. Looks dead to me.
Your assessment is accurate.
Do you not want to know who the attackers were?
You just said these
These
were the
people?
attackers.
Do you know them?
No.
Have you seen them ever before?
No. But the
Goodness.
train came in this morning, and I did not see everyone get off it.
Well, Thank you, Sheriff. I'm glad you were here.
Yeah, real glad.
All right. Let's see what these individuals had on them, if they had anything that will lead us to another step, or if it's just time to
Correct.
go back to the board with a disappointed reward.
Check
Did
Should we
Ebenezer.
check Ebenezer's shack?
Yeah,
Yes.
that's
And
what I was
check
about to say.
Ebenezer and then his shack.
Hopefully he has enough
Okay,
money
so
on
you're
him.
checking the dead bodies.
All of them.
All of them.
All 4 of them
Okay,
that we
so
know, or unless there's more.
not that I know of.
Okay.
Comstock doesn't have anything on him.
We knew.
I'm just gonna double check all of the notes here. The 2 would-be assassins just have a short sword and a longbow.
Does anyone know how to use this longbow?
Yes.
Maybe you should keep that. I'm taking one of these crossbows. How do I
Sure.
get that out of the?
Was I able to find my Robo X, my hand axe, and my jug?
As long as you rolled above a 25 on a D100, yes, you get them back.
I rolled a 2 and a 94.
Then you don't get the javelin back, but you do get the hand axe back.
Okay.
And Miri, in the very top right, you should see like an eye with a
Yeah, I've got
third party
one.
sheet.
Yes.
And then on the top, on the right side of the party sheet, it should have main, inventory, and order tab. Inventory is where it is, and you just click and drag it to your.
Yeah, I've got that. Did we find how many bolts did we find in there? There doesn't seem to be any bolts in the. I want bolts.
This is true. You can have 20.
Thank you.
I will give you 20 of mine. I have a crossbow that I don't use.
Thank you.
Hey, you could find a use for that crossbow. Just saying.
I'm keeping the other 40.
Can I have
Wait,
one of
what?
these heavy crossbows?
It gave me 60, or I think it was 60. Let me double check.
Holy cow. All right.
Yeah, I think I bought a few extras, but yeah.
If it's in the party stash, you can take it. Like, that's fine.
Yeah. Somebody who doesn't have a potion of healing on them should take the potion, which is just so it's in someone's hands.
How do I make this do a search?
I just put the 20 bolts into the party.
Ah, thank you.
You go ahead and take them.
Yeah, and I'm trying to find out how to get another 20 bolts into my inventory. Arrows, bolt.
On your on the actions tab, where it says your weapon that's gonna fire, you can just change the ammo to that number.
Oh, thank you. Okay.
And what I usually do myself is after I recover my ammunition or don't recover it, I change the ammo number to accurately reflect how many I have left, and then uncheck the dots. But that's how I choose to do it. Just because then it kind of reminds me how many I have to try to recover in a round. Let's see. Where is the information?
Do they have any armor?
That's a fair question.
20. Okay, got it.
They have leather armor.
Excellent. We will add that to the
Mhm.
pile of stuff to be sold as soon as we can get somewhere to sell it. Or if anyone needs any of it.
I have some bolts myself.
All right, added the 2 leather. And at some point, I'm gonna find the where it tells me what's it on Ebenezer's? There it is. Ebenezer's pouch still contains the gold he promised you. 10 gold for everybody.
Excellent.
I think we should take that.
Yay.
Indeed.
Let's see, there's 70 of you, right? Or there's 7 of you, so 70 gold.
No, there's 70 of us.
There's 70 of us. That's right. There's 70 of us. Yes. Thank you for the gold.
We're just highly compressed.
Right. Oh.
So of the 70 of you, 20 are represented by Wallop.
Yes.
Most of
Those of you as well.
probably the other 30% is represented by my character. Huge.
All right. I think if we can, we should head back. Like I said, liquidate all this stuff.
I
Other
think
than
we
the
should-
potion of healing.
I
Go
think
ahead.
we should check his shack as well to find out if there's anything in there that would be useful, informative before we start going and talking to I mean, what do we do? Do we go and try to find his boss or do we just walk out?
I would say his boss is above our pay grade at the moment,
I think
And
you're
then-
probably right.
and then probably recover, and then see about taking the last note.
Yes, I would very much like to recover.
Ebenezer doesn't have a shack here in the scrapyard. He lives somewhere else.
Okay, then where did he
Said
come
you were going
out of?
into a shack before.
He basically every morning he's waiting for someone to answer his note by ringing the bell, so he's just kind of lurking around the scrapyard.
Okay.
Okay.
It might be like
Any
the
shack he may have
scrapyard.
come out of would not have been his,
Interesting.
or it would
So it's
be
like the
empty.
scrapyard shack.
Yeah.
So we're done here?
I
Probably.
think we can't leave him here. Body.
The sheriff says she'll take care of the bodies.
Would be lovely.
Fantastic.
Not the first bodies that Salvation has had to deal with.
No,
Somehow
but these
that
will
doesn't
these will
surprise
actually
me.
rot.
I'll thank her.
That's true.
Taking good
Thank
care
you.
of.
Some of the non-bodies they've had to deal with were already rotting, so
Yes. Oh, and by the way, Sheriff, you may want to get a work party in to clean out that tunnel underneath Old Mo.
Oh no! Wouldn't dare do that. That's the salvage rights belong to Illurin. Rulin Karnak. She owns the rights to that. I'm not going anywhere near that. If you want to have that dealt with, you go talk to Arulian.
Okay.
Matt, do you have any more of those heals that you might be passing out?
I'm assuming you're gonna go rest, take a long rest.
I would like to, but if we get
Yes,
if we get
please.
ambushed on the way there, I would like to be more than 3 hit points.
yeah, let's go find some place to rest for a while.
Do you have any more of those little, since you took a short rest, do you have any more of those small healing ability things that you can do?
Not unless we rest again.
I see. All right.
The
Well, let's get into
scrapyard
town and
is
rest quickly.
the scrapyard is very close to the outskirts of town or to the town, and so
Right. So, yeah. I go and bandage my wounds and fix everything up.
We will probably head into town and find a place.
yeah, you can go back to
Rest.
your
Go
rooms,
back to our rooms. Yes.
Yep.
have a nice long rest,
Yes.
wake up in the morning.
Do we have to use rations since we were in town?
No,
And let's liquidate this stuff.
Please, yes.
Can I make a meal for our party?
you can. You don't necessarily need to. I'm only gonna keep track of food like when you're in the Mournlands because the Mournlands does not have food to scrounge from.
Oh,
Like food is an issue in the Mournlands, not so much otherwise.
if I'll be able to buy some stuff for us, and
If you have money and
When-
want to buy stuff, yes. If you want to buy, so there's the big kind of, well, I probably shouldn't call it big, but there is the what's it called, the Salvage Market, which you've been to before, and you can get anything that's normal gear you can get at cost.
okay. I just want to buy some potatoes and stuff like that, just that I can make a stew or something like that for the party.
Anything that's in the normal gear set from the player's handbook you can buy,
Okay.
assuming you have the money. I mean, it's some of that stuff's not cheap. So where are you gonna try to sell your stuff, Wallop?
Let's see. Let me pop up this map. Well, there's a salvage market.
Yeah, that would. There's gonna be a lot of
I'll
people
go
buying
with
and
you.
selling stuff there.
With you. First.
Perhaps someone who's better with people than I would like to give it a try. All rhymes are incidental and non-purposeful.
I don't know. It could be a nice character trait for you.
It could be, but it is not one.
It'll get really
I'll go
annoying
with
pretty
you to
quick,
get them
but
sold. I'll try to go with you to sell them.
okay. You go to the salvage market, and I think I actually have a description here somewhere. Because you've been there before. The salvage market occupies a large dirt floor warehouse. Several salvage brokers or their proxies stand behind armored counters. The other stuff is specific to Bellalore, who you met in the first adventure.
I'm not sure if I'm able to open the items sheet. I can buy any of this stuff.
If you open the items tab,
Okay.
and there should be a drop-down menu under where it says group, and you can change that to player's handbook. That's one way you can do it. You can also go to the library and find the player's handbook, and there's an equipment. And I think if I do this, it'll open it up for you.
Yeah, it just.
All right, so is Miri the designated seller?
Yes.
Likely to be the best one for doing the dickering. So make it so.
You or me, and my character doesn't
Yes,
have
or you.
experience with
Yes.
that.
We'll
Which one of you which would be better for that?
For the selling,
Mm-hmm.
Request a persuasion
do?
roll.
it's kind of a three-way tie. So it's whoever's skilled in it.
Okay, so you find, through some wheeling and dealing, you start talking to various salvage brokers, and you can sell. This guy will take some of it. This gal over here will take a few more pieces. You can sell the whole pile for the equivalent of 40%.
Okay.
Any opposition before I push the sell button?
Nope.
Nope.
Holy cow, that still got you 116 gold.
Heavy
What?
crossbows.
All right.
Longbows.
All right then. 16 gold for everybody.
And 4 for the kitty.
And 4
Yep.
for the kitty. Good.
All right. Anything else?
Not at this time.
I guess it's time to go and check on the note board again.
Let's go check the note board.
There's one more note on the board, or one note on the board. It says, a faithless scoundrel has stolen a relic from the Chapel of the Silver Flame. Visit Mother Johanna to assist.
All right.
Oh
Let's
boy.
go to the
that
Chapel of the
flame.
Silver Flame. Let's take that and go to the Silver Flame and talk to Mother Johanna.
We slept overnight, correct? We
Yes.
got all our stuff back. Okay.
Mhm.
And Kayla's shoulders now functioning normally.
Yay.
Yay.
You're all happy about this.
Yes,
You don't have
we
to try
are.
to charge them with a dagger again.
Yeah.
All right, so you go to the Chapel of the Silver Flame. It's made of clean dressed stone and has a gabled roof of silver painted wooden shingles, which probably makes it the nicest looking building in town. Inside, there are several simple but well-made benches resting before a stone altar. A silver dish sits on the altar, and behind it, a large tapestry embroidered with the image of a silver arrow hangs on the wall. A middle-aged woman dressed in silver-tinged clerical vestments smiles in welcome, a rare sight in a town that trucks in so much unkindness. Mother Johanna tells you, welcome, I am Mother Johanna, keeper of the chapel. How can the Silver Flame be of service today?
Thank you for your welcome, Mother. I am Miri. We are here in response to your note that you had on the board looking for work.
Ah, yes. You're here to help us recover the Arrow of Truth.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, excellent. A few days ago, I left the chapel to run an errand, and I left it in the care of an acolyte named Jiraiya John. Only, when I went out on the streets, I was surprised to encounter Jiraiya buying food from the market. She was understandably confused and had not visited the chapel all day. I rushed back to the chapel, but the altar was open and the Arrow of Truth was gone.
Dear.
The thief, still disguised as a member of our order, was seen carrying a wrapped bundle into the office of a notorious salvage broker a few minutes after the arrow was stolen.
Which salvage broker?
His name is Zodor Tarev. It's an untrustworthy shifter brigand. The actual thief must be a changeling in his employ.
Sure.
Did you report this to the sheriff?
She did. However, the sheriff is much too busy and not the greatest friend to the Silver Flame.
May we talk to this?
Don't worry, mother.
Could we talk to this acolyte, Jiraiya?
You could. He has not come in today.
Know where he lives?
Yeah, around the town.
Is it unusual that he hasn't come in, or is that normal?
Quite normal.
Okay.
But he's not the thief.
Yes, but somebody was obviously using his face.
Without his permission.
Yes, exactly.
I do not believe Jiraiya had anything to do with this. He was as shocked as I was.
Oh, I'm sure you're right. But we may want to ask him some questions in case we can figure out, you know, how they knew his schedule. How often is he here? And what were you surprised to see him the day he came in if he's not usually here?
No, she was surprised to see him when she went out on the street.
Yes, because she left the care of the temple in his hands, but it wasn't him.
Correct.
How often is he usually there? If you don't expect him today, and that's not unusual, how often is he here? And who would know his schedule to know that that would be a time that you might be leaving?
It's not like a hard schedule thing, like a job. Some days he doesn't. Usually he does come in. Some days he doesn't because he's out doing, shall we say, house calls, and doesn't have a need to come in. But there's no set schedule.
So whoever it was just knew that he wasn't here and came in as him.
Or took a risk.
Did you interact with him very much that day?
No, it was very early in the day.
And there was no suspicion that it might be somebody other than him.
No, not at all.
Interesting.
Those changelings are pretty good at that.
That is so true.
You said there was some association with a particular individual in the salvage market. Is that correct?
Well, Zordor is not set up in the salvage market. He's in Salvation, but there was a member of our order, and there's only 2 in town, was seen going into Zordor Terev's office shortly after the arrow was stolen. And at that point in time, Mother Johanna and Jiraiya both rushed back to the chapel. So,
have either of you spoken with this Zodor to get information from him on whether anybody came into his office who was not supposed to, or?
Oh heavens, no! If I were to go in there and do that, well, I am not nearly as capable as you are, clearly, and this would not have gone well for me. And we are far from the warmth of the flame out here.
I see.
Does the relic have any magical powers?
She does not answer the question. And instead, she tells you that if you would bring it back here to the church, I would offer you your choice of a vial of antitoxin, a flask of alchemist's fire, or 20 silver arrows. The silver flame rewards those who help its cause, even if it isn't a monetary reward.
How would we know we found the right arrow?
I think that was I don't think I shared this. There is, let's see. So there's a tapestry in the back that's basically there. The silver arrow on the wall on the tapestry.
Okay. I'm going to guess it's a arrow with a silver flame etched in it.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess we should go and speak with this Zodor Terez.
Sounds like. Oh, there we
There.
are. Thank you. Okay.
That's what you're looking for.
Is it just the arrowhead, or is
Yeah,
it
it's just
actually?
the arrowhead.
I see. Okay. Thank you.
No, if
How
it's
large
used
is
to,
this? What size is it?
An arrowhead.
Okay, so it's small. It would fit in the palm of your hand.
Yeah.
So
Maybe
how
a
is there
little,
a big
maybe
package?
a larger size.
It might be the size of my hand.
Oh my. So like the size of the head of a lance.
I mean, it would fit on a large arrow. I think.
So that's
Like
like 3 inches.
Like a blister bolt. Anyways, it's a symbol. So,
Okay.
well,
Right.
if it does anything special, we should know, because if it's used against us, we should be prepared.
Oh no,
Yeah.
no, nothing like that to worry about.
So it can't be mounted on a shaft and wouldn't be shot at us.
I mean, yes, it could be. It's
but if it's made of silver, it's probably not very good at it.
That's true.
I mean, it's a pointy metal piece, so
Unless there's werewolves.
Right. That's true. And is there any way that we can I mean, obviously there's beautiful markings on this, but that sort of thing could be counterfeited. Is there any way to accurately identify this particular
she
arrowhead?
she chuckles and lays a hand on your shoulder. Child, you must not have been here very long.
No, ma'am.
No one here could do such a thing of such a holy relic.
So
Ain't no one
Zydor
around here with a
Terez,
3D printer or anything.
No,
you said he was a shifter,
no.
correct?
But that
Or
could be
was he
cast
shifty?
easily.
The assumption is the thief was a changeling. The broker who the presumed thief was seen going to see is Zordor Teref, who is a shifter.
Right. That's what I was confirming.
Yeah.
Wallop adds all this to his notes that he's been taking, which anyone can read whenever they'd like.
Dear
Okay.
diary.
Yeah. They are in the notes section, and they're public.
Okay, so off to Caprica we go.
Indeed.
By the way, a bit of bookkeeping. Everyone got another point of inspiration after completing the last adventure.
Fantabulous.
Woo.
And those can be turned in for a D6 of something.
Yep. Add a d6 to a basically an ability roll. So an attack, ability check, saving throw, those kind of things.
See. Okay. Thank you.
Did we already leave the temple, or where are we?
Just leaving now.
Okay. Why don't we try to set an ambush? This thief, like spread the story that there's another error or something like this. We can.
You could, but it's unlikely anyone would believe you.
Nobody
know
here
which
knows
part-
us.
Do you know which part of town Zydor's is by chance?
Do I know where he is on the map specifically? No. But it might have. It doesn't look like it. It's not
Well,
super important.
We're
but-
literally right next to the salvage market, so we can ask around there.
Oh, sure. Yeah, no, it is easy to find. Like, ask anyone in town who's been there and working in there. Like, this is one of the more prominent salvage brokers. He has an office that is abnormal, but it's in town.
Okay.
there.
Like, yes, this chapel is literally shares a wall with the Salvage Market. So it's impressive that they didn't just go right over. That means someone wanted this item specifically.
It was asked in the stream or in the chat what the competition of the party is. There's, you can listen to the beginning, or there's also the party sheet. I brought the party sheet up on the screen. All right, so you're gonna go to Zordor's.
We're going to go to Zordor's.
His office is made from lashed together timbers with an upturned artillery wagon serving as its roof. The structure perches on stilts over a mud-filled crater. A rickety ladder ascends to the entrance. A curtain of yellowing bones threaded on copper wires.
Lovely. And in we go.
A quick glance at this place does not give you confidence that the entirety of the party can get up and fit in there.
All right then. I guess
Who's going to come in with me then?
Just in case.
Probably either Fraktah or Wallop, I would guess.
I would hope.
Do we think that this rickety place was strong enough to hold Fraktah or Wallop?
Yeah, it probably would do that.
of the two of us, Fraktah will be the lighter.
Wallop, I did already add the inspiration to your character. If you added
Okay.
one.
Oh. I did. All right.
So we got Miri, and who else is going up?
I think Fraktah.
Been voluntold to go risk life and limb in this rickety place.
Have fun storming the castle.
So I open up the bone thing and take a deep breath and go inside.
Okay.
Right.
Zordor is there. He's attended to by two human enforcer-looking types who, as you come in, kind of stand up. They're not like blocking your way or anything, but you're new, and they're making you feel new.
Give them a great big smile and I say, "Good day."
They play the part of brawny enforcer types, and that look like they might be able to put three words together if they're all single syllables.
Put on my performance face.
Zodor sees him and says, "Ah, hello.
Day, how are you?
Doing fine. What brings you to my door?"
Well, we were just speaking with Mother Johanna, and she has a concern that someone brought you the arrow of truth from her temple. And we were wondering if you knew anything about that.
Well, no. Has it been stolen?
Possibly?
Did that do that hidden?
No.
Not so
I
much,
don't know.
no.
But I told it to do it hidden. What the heck?
Pick something else.
I guess.
I'm going to climb up the ladder so that I can hear what's going on in case I need assistance, but not so far that I can be seen.
So you're gonna try to be like sneaky about it?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, can you give me a stealth check? All right, let's see. I need to do Dang it.
Yeah, it's showing.
Doing all sorts of things I don't want it to do. Okay, so you asked me, well, no, I don't know anything about this. Please tell me more.
Well, we really don't know much. All we know is that we were told that someone came in here and it looked like they might have had the arrow of truth with them. We were just hoping that you knew something about it so we could find the person that would have done this.
Well, my dear, I am a salvage broker. I am not a thief.
Oh, sir, please note, I did not say you had anything to do with this. We're just looking for information on the person who might have.
Do you have any employees?
Well, yes, I have many employees. You see Shybuck and Rolls here, and many scavengers work for me on occasion.
Does any one of your employees
See if he does it
change?
hidden this time. Why
Nope.
are you not doing it hidden? What is
Because
this?
we want to see it.
No,
we wanna
it's supposed
see
to
it.
be hidden. I clicked the hidden button on the
Fraktah
thing.
nailed it though.
Gosh darn it!
You could have them do it in the tower.
I know, but I was using the roll thing, the roll 20.
Gotcha. Let's see.
Oh,
Your GM
you can
powers are
ignore that.
slipping.
That was wrong. That was a misclick.
Ignore the man behind the curtain.
No, it sent an extra roll, and that wasn't what I was trying to do.
I think it has a
So-
hidden option on it.
Yeah, I
but
clicked
I can't
it.
remember right off the top of my head.
See here, I'll do it again.
So I asked him if one of his employees had the ability to change.
It's being all sorts of weird. I don't know what's up with it today. Anyways, where was I? I'm looking for the thing that is not on my screen somewhere, so we'll go this direction. Maybe. You gonna roll for me here? There we go.
Oh, now it's hidden. That's no fair. Now we can't see it.
Exactly.
Shucks.
So when you start talking about his employer, he tells you, well, I have many people who, scavengers who work for me on a contract basis, but do not expect any of them to be a thief, nor would I knowingly employ such a person. He's lying through his teeth.
Yeah. Okay. So we can tell he's lying through his teeth.
Yes,
Okay.
he's like you can tell that he's trying to kind of subtly get the attention of his goons, who are oblivious to this fact. Like they've already gotten bored and whatnot. Wallop, the answer to your question is you're pretty sure that you're beefy enough to like take one out if you wanted to.
Okay, cool.
It might take a great feat of strength, but structural integrity is not the the hallmark of this building. Did we get a stealth check from? We did. Okay.
Yeah. Have his eyes shifted in any particular ways that he might be trying to make it not look at particular area or a particular thing? Is he giving any kind of telegraph signals that he might be like looking at where it is? If it's in the building.
His eyes are telling you that he wants his goons to wake up and pay attention. They're not he's not looking at a specific spot or anything.
Thank you.
I look at him and kind of go near him, more closer, asking him, so where can we find this? I kind of raise my hands. These persons that you not employ that will do such a thing. You tell me more specifically. and I put my hand in his balcony or I don't know, table in his table or such.
Okay. Let's see if that goes hidden.
I think the eye was...
Ah, hidden. Look at that. Getting it to work. I think the issue here is it's just not highlighting the thing consistently correctly. Actually, I wanted to do that with advantage though, and now it's not going to be hidden. Oops. That one was worse than the other one though. So, I might know something. There's a changeling named Wist. Came to me with the stolen relic, but I don't buy stolen goods. I turned her away. Wist mostly works for a broker named Drave Shaldor.
You can contact him, this wisp, to come here. I'd say that you now are interested in this relic.
I mean, it's not that like he has a cell phone to call Wist or anything.
Oh, but you are a man of contacts, I presume.
Well, yes, they come to me, or I put bills on the board. Anyway, Wist mostly works for Drave. It's entirely possible Wist is out doing something for Drave.
Where can we find this Drave?
He gives you directions.
Okay.
I back down the ladder when he starts giving directions.
Miri, did you get that prompt?
Oh, I did now. Yes, thank you. And it's hidden again. No.
Good. Oh, by the way, if you want the description, Zordor has narrow feline features and pierced eyebrows.
Lovely.
And where did he... direction is quite near, or...
Yeah, it's in town. I mean, Salvation's not a huge place. Like, it's...
Right. So I press him some more since he certainly doesn't seem to be telling the truth.
I realized that
So you're just gonna push him a little more? Is that right?
Just keep talking.
Yeah.
Just keep talking. Nice about it. You know, don't have to be mean or anything at this point. I mean, I think that the point is made. Fraktah standing right there, and just trying to be nice and polite about it, but just sort of talk around it, make him feel like he's doing the right thing by talking to us more, telling us more about all this.
So the small chit chat succeeds for like a couple lines, but after a short period, is like, what do you want? Go talk to Drave. Unless you just kind of looks at you like, what do you want, puppy dog? You something else?
yeah,
Yes.
I want you to come with us, so you might know him. As this the brave person don't know us, it will be easier for him, but to accept, talk to us.
He laughs. It's like, Drave and I are competitors. you want to catch this thief, me going with you isn't going to help you.
It will be even better if you see that your competitor is being used of something that you're not, wouldn't it?
Any reason why anyone would want to take this arrow of truth?
He gets a little exasperated and like, no, I don't do it. This is he Shybuck rolls. Please remove this from my establishment. We have work to do. The two goons kind of stand up a bit.
They are larger,
They're what?
taller.
In Fraktah?
No, you're taller than them, but these are pretty beefy goons. There's not really a lot of room here. They're not like trying to put hands on you or anything. They're just like standing up like this. Like, you're done.
So do we feel that he continues to know more about about all this than what he's saying?
Yes.
Or do you feel that we need to go talk to these other people first? What kind of a vibe are we getting off of this guy?
You don't think he's told you everything he knows?
Okay.
Obvious.
I believe you know more about this than what you're telling us. What else is going on? And I raise my voice a little bit so the people outside can hear me.
Yeah, and I speak and tell us the truth now.
I sent you a request, Miri. I've told you what I know. Leave me alone.
Do you?
What are you afraid of?
There's a little kind of curtain into a small backspace. He goes through there, and the two goons just kind of step shoulder to shoulder, blocking the way.
I shrug. Come on, Fraktah. Let's go see if we can find this other person. We can always come back after this goon later.
You two another time.
You gonna do the nice little point at your eyes, point at them.
Yeah.
One of them turns around behind him. All right, so you're gonna go to Drev.
Yep.
He's at the Salvage Market.
And we update the rest of our party as to what's gone on.
Sure.
Who's the person?
Does anyone can I don't know, try to go around this place and find his interest to leave or fight? I don't know.
So you want to stake it out?
We're looking for a shifter. We're looking for a shifter who can look like anyone.
That's a changeling.
Okay.
A changeling. They can look like anyone.
Zoldar's a shifter shifters can kind of shift their features a little bit and become more bestial. Changelings can actually change their face. Two different species.
Yes. My bad. Sorry.
Okay, so Drev, what is a...
Shaldor? Is that what you're looking for?
Yes. And what do we know of him?
He's another salvage broker.
Even better.
He works out of the Salvage Market. He's a human. Other than that, you'll have to do investigation if you want to ask around about him.
Maybe we should ask around about him before we go and talk to him, and ask about this other fellow too, and the shifter and the changeling, both of them.
We can ask the woman in the market that we already helped.
Let's do.
Yep.
I can't remember her name.
The goblin lady?
Yeah.
Yeah, the one we got, the friend that had been frozen.
Yeah.
Fellow lure.
Yeah, that sounds right. You can, sure.
I'm going to go asking around. I did it. Sorry. Do you want me to click on yours or just close it?
Click on mine.
Okay.
You wanted that roll anyways. That was a heck of a lot better.
I figured, but
All right, so you do some investigating. So you want to find out about Drave and Zodor.
Yes, and also
Yes.
any reason
And-
why anyone might want to steal the arrow.
Well, that's easy. It's silver. Like, it's valuable. There's
Inherently.
yeah, like it has inherent value.
Does it have magical properties too? I mean, is it just the silver or is it magical properties?
All right, so let's see. We'll have Miri looking. Miri's looking after the silver arrow, investigating that. So that's a matter of debate. Think of it like a Christian relic in the Middle Ages, right? Like the silver flame would tell you that yes, it has some property and some magic power to it. But they're always kind of the sense from everyone is they always give you kind of a vagueness about what that power is. So some people don't think it has any magic power. Some people think it does, but maybe it's not that much. Like there's not a consensus. But you do not find any information, like anything like a concrete, like it did this kind of a thing. Does that make sense?
It does.
Mhm.
And do we have anybody in the party who has religion as a skill, who might have an idea as to whether or not there's any lore concerning?
yes, I do.
Concerning,
I'll just answer that. There are relics. There are magical things, right? Like
yes,
this is a world of magic. There are also things that people claim to be magical and don't have any magic power. There's also things that people think are magical and aren't, or things that they think that aren't magical and are. So
Wasn't my point.
everything
My
everything
question,
is entirely consistent with what you already know, which is you have no idea if it does or doesn't. The Silver Flame would claim that it does, but they have not. Like many of their relics, they tend to be very tight-lipped about what it actually will do.
that wasn't my focus. My focus was on retaliation by the gods as for messing with their relics. Is there a history of retaliation for this sort of behavior, taking relics or damaging relics or taking relics? Do the gods come down on people for doing that? Is that something that is
This particular relic is not
expected?
associated with a god.
Okay, thank you.
All right. So trying to get information about Zordor, you are, Kaela is able to determine that he runs a bit of a kind of, he's more of a black market trader. So
Saying a lot in this town.
yeah,
Right?
like if you're looking,
So illegal things coming in, but not fencing.
yeah, like he runs a black market trade. He's less on the up and up than most of the other salvage brokers, but he also is not known as a killer or a thief, and he's never, like, he not only is he not really looked for that, but he's also mostly, like, mildly rebuffed any offers to be that either, right? Like, he's not into that kind of skullduggery.
So he's pretty much just a black marketeer. That's his, as far as he goes. Okay.
Drev is he lost his nose, so don't stare at the magical filter when you're talking to him. He's also known as a miser who's one of the lowest paying brokers around.
Okay. So Trav Sheldor, a noseless human salvage broker that is short with the change. Got it.
This Drave is more dangerous than Silver.
No, not necessarily.
All right. So to Drev. Then
All right, so you going to Drev?
Yep.
He's easy enough to find. He's in the salvage market.
okay. Who would like to speak to him in a way that will be more likely to motivate him than I?
He's also kind of sitting on his stall area is a halfling who clearly looks like a bodyguard henchman kind of a thing, kind of a guy. For a halfling, he looks pretty scary.
Pretty beefy for a halfling. Is that what you're trying to say?
He's a tough looking dude.
Gotcha.
Crappy.
All right. Good day.
Ah, the new crew.
It's us. How are you doing today?
Fine. You have something to sell?
We don't have something to sell. We are looking for something that was stolen.
Ah. Well, you're looking in the wrong place.
Oh, no, I didn't say that you had anything to do with it. We were just looking for the person who did. Have you there was a changeling who took something from Mother Johanna's temple. We were wondering if you might have run across that said changeling and might know where that person is.
He well, I have a reputation, and I do not knowingly work with thieves. But
That was that's what we understand. Yes.
you're probably looking for Whist. It's a changeling, and her crew does occasionally work for me. But recently, she's been working with Zodor. Why, I think just today she headed out into the Gray to carry out one of his contracts.
See,
Do you know anything about this contract?
No. I'm running my business on the up and up.
Yes, sir.
Curious
What he
enough,
does with his
Zodor-
contracts is his business, and I've got my own
Certainly.
business to deal with.
Curious
We
enough,
believe him?
Zodor tell us otherwise.
Do you believe him? I don't know. Do you?
Oh, do
Luckily,
we?
we can all be here for this, so we can all make up our own minds.
Well, I mean, it's a salvage market. Everyone can kind of be around, so.
That's what I'm saying.
What did he say about? I told him that Zodor told us otherwise, that Wisp was working for him.
Well, occasionally she does work for me. But right now she's not. She's working for him, last I heard.
How long has that been?
Well, she just left today, so
Oh, but how long was she working for him before that?
I don't know. Did everyone else get their insight roll?
Nope.
I didn't
What?
get one.
No.
What?
I didn't get one. I just did one.
Oh, goodness.
Same.
They didn't.
And I didn't get one, so I didn't do one. So here we go. Thank you.
Hey!
Dice everywhere.
Everyone believes him.
All right.
This gentleman's on the up and up.
At least relatively speaking.
You seem like a trustworthy person. Thank you for your day, sir.
I kind of gooch over to the back near Lorlevant. Yeah.
Over
Can
again.
do you feel anything that might be an object that has properties, magical properties?
I mean, you're in the salvage market of salvation. I guarantee you, there's something here that's magical.
Right, but I mean, is there something close that might be it?
Also true. Like you're
Yeah,
not gonna
don't-
get anything out of detect magic or anything.
Yeah, I don't even have detect magic.
Okay, figured it was worth asking.
We go to Zoldor again?
We need to go back
Yeah. The right move.
now that we have more information and we know that she's working for him, and that he sent her off today to go into the gray. So maybe he's got this relic. Or do we want to update our employer and find out? Let her know what we found so far.
The answer to your question, Gralak, is Drev tells you that it's part of the conversation. He hasn't talked to Wist in several days, probably a week even, since before the alleged incident, or I guess the incident isn't alleged. Drave hasn't talked to
Alright.
Wist since before the arrow was stolen.
So Zodor was lying to us.
Which we knew.
Which we kind of knew, yeah.
We just didn't know what he was lying about.
Well, but we didn't know specifically he was lying about the visit to Drev.
Yep.
All right. So do we update Johanna, or do we just go talk to
I don't think
Drev?
we have much to update her on that's
Yeah.
helpful.
Nothing specifically useful, no.
Try to take Zoldor.
You gonna do what?
Talk to him. Take the truth from him.
Oh, from Zordor? You're breaking up a little bit, so.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, so how do you all want to approach this?
I think we should be aware that we might have a escape route. This establishment.
I'm sure he
Maybe-
probably does. And we
Yeah.
also he also has two people in there with him that are, so we say they may not be the sharpest tools in the shed, but they're there for his protection.
Sure.
That won't be a problem.
So, while standing outside looking at the rickety little shack that they have held up by very rickety timber, I recognized that I could bring the building down, given a little bit of time. But I could definitely take out a support with very little time. Do you
Should
want
we
me
send
to
Wallop
do
up this
that?
time? I was thinking that if we send Wallop up with Miri this time, that they'll see that we're a stronger force than just one tough guy. And you could jump up and down and rattle the floors if you needed to emphasize stuff.
Be heavy-footed. I can probably do that.
Literally.
Were there things sitting around that we could just start poking through, looking to see if we happened to cross something like that? I mean, should we start just like tossing stuff around and moving things and being obnoxious?
Oh. I mean, there's things there, but they're mostly behind the desk.
How belligerent do you think we should be this time? Do we want to take this place down around his ears, or do we just want to try to find out where he sent Wisp and where this arrow is?
Yeah, just intimidate until information falls out, I think.
I think if we put the whole place down, we'd be facing the laws of the city. Well,
The whole town may turn against us if we take the place down, but I'm not
Right.
sure.
Keep in mind that the power dynamics in this town are the salvage brokers are kind of the driving force, right? Like they're the ones who
Yeah.
give the missions and
provide work.
Yeah.
Sure. Well, we'd be end up doing a favor for salvage brokers. If this guy's a black marketeer, that means it is stuff coming from the outside. So that is actually in the opposite end.
How do you know that they don't all use them to get some of that stuff they need?
Well,
Yeah.
who decides what's black market?
Probably the King of Breland.
I think we should be polite at first, and then aggressive if you need to be. But we don't really want to take the building down if we don't have to.
Okay, that's what I needed to know.
But you could bounce it around a little bit if he's not being cooperative.
I mean,
Instead of breaking the building, we can break one of his arms.
If you're going to go for him, you're going to have to take out his other two guys first. So just to be clear, and intimidation is not a skill I have much practice with, so I'll have to leave that in you folks' capable hands.
Don't mind the intimidation. Leave that to my ex.
I will do that.
Spoken like a true barbarian.
Yep.
All right, so Miri and Wallop are going up this time.
it looks that way.
Yeah, I'll be.
Who's
Who's going in first?
I think we should have the building surrounded first, just in case he decides to slip out the back. Is there a back entrance?
No.
That we can see? No. Okay.
I mean, there's one ladder. There are some windows that someone who is desperate could, throw themselves down to the ground, but it might hurt.
But
It's about 10 feet up.
Fraktah, maybe you should stand at the bottom of the ladder, kind of sharpening your biggest weapon and growling a little bit.
That sounds like a good idea.
let's split the ladder.
So
Okay.
up we go.
So who's going first?
I think I should go second.
Okay, then I'm going first. That narrows that down pretty nicely.
So Wallop
right.
goes up the ladder, and the first thing you see are 4 big strapping goons
Okay.
taking up most of the space. And Miri, you come in behind Wallop and kind of run right into him. There's not a lot of room left in this space because you recognize Shybuck and what was his name, Rolls, as well as 2 goons that you didn't see the last time, that look marginally less impressive than the first 2, but only marginally. And Zodor behind the desk and is he sees Wallop. He's like gets a little like this guy could be of use, and then he sees you. He sighs. He's like, "What you want now, puppy dog?"
Well, I'm trying to figure out if you want your building taken down around your ears. We just want to get this arrow back. Please tell us what you know, and we will get this taken care of. Besides, you sent Whist away already, so you probably have the arrow here. If we need to take the building down to find it, perhaps we should.
Give me a persuasion check with advantage. Actually, wait, hold on that. Wallop, can you give me an intimidation check in the tower, please?
Do you want me to use my charisma or something else?
I mean, if you can try to talk me into it being something else.
Well, probably strength, since I'm there, be looming and
Sure.
fully willing to do.
You can use strength.
Okay.
So Wallop, kind of makes himself big in the room. The 4 goons kind of lean back a little bit. Some of them probably would have stepped back if there was room to do so. So, Miri, go ahead and make your persuasion roll with advantage, please.
Figure out how to do that.
There's an advantage button in the bottom left.
The bottom left of what?
Oh, the screen. By your dice. Underneath
I
the chat
see.
box.
Okay. Oh, I see. Okay, advantage, and then
Uh,
D20.
on your character sheet, there's a skills tab.
There is a skills tab, and I'm looking at the skills tab, and I can't figure out how to make it do something.
So you see where it says persuasion, and then as
I
you go
do.
along the line, there's where it says +5,
Yes.
and the pointer changes to hand.
Yes.
Click and drag there, and it'll give you the dice.
I see. Thank you.
Bingo.
Oh, nice.
So, Miri, having had enough of this, and Wallop being menacing, is like, sort of fine. I don't have the arrow or whatever it is. I don't traffic in stolen goods. I have no interest in them. As far as I know, Whist still has it. I asked her and her crew to head east in Salvation to ransack an abandoned elemental artillery piece in the Mournland. They left this morning.
Do I believe him?
Yes.
All right. So I look at Wallop. What do you think?
Time for us to leave. Thank you.
Get
Thank
directions.
you. Yes.
East from
Please get-
Salvation.
Please give us all the information about what you've sent her to do and where it is and how to get there.
He does, but he has rights to that artillery piece.
We don't want your artillery piece. We're here for the arrow.
We want nothing to do with your piece.
Exactly. All right. So we gather ourselves up and go to get the arrow.
All right. Just for fun, we'll remind folks what going in the Mournland looks like. I'm assuming that's where you're ready to go into the Mournlands, right?
Yes.
So we have to, I guess.
Patrick,
Yep.
one thing, I didn't find any particular item like vegetables and stuff like that. So I don't know if you,
Like food?
yeah,
It'd just be under rations.
but okay, I'll think.
So there's a titanic fog bank, like extending like a cliff wall, and as you approach it, the fog churns into ominous shapes, screaming faces, collapsing buildings, and outstretched hands. Explosions flash within the gloom, but no sounds are heard. You enter the fog, the temperature drops, and you hear whispering, scratchy voices inside your head. You feel like you're being watched from all sides, but before you have time to rethink your decision, you emerge from the fog into a gray, blasted battlefield. You have entered the Mournland. Just kind of like that description.
It's creepy.
As you trudge through the Mournland, the weather worsens. The clouds darken more than usual, and streaks of silent silver lighting lash in the sky. After a couple hours of travel, a stab of angry lightning illuminates the artillery piece on the horizon, a huge cannon angled at the sky.
Do we see anybody around? Have we seen any sign or tracks from Whist and her crew?
You can make survival checks if you want to follow tracks, but you're going in the right direction.
Yes, but we're trying to find out if they have someone out watching for someone else coming behind them.
We
don't get ambushed.
You're a little too far away to. I mean, you're some distance away from it still, right?
Okay.
Like this is like the lightning cracks and you see the mountain in the distance, kind of a thing.
Okay.
Except it's a cannon.
Yeah, right. Exactly. It's a giant artillery piece.
Nice. I like it.
Well, keeping close eye on our surroundings because we don't want to be ambushed yet again, if at all possible.
Sure.
Let's keep on going. Being very careful.
Right. So being careful, do you mean like you're gonna have someone try to be sneaky?
I don't think that makes sense because we're walking down the middle of an area. So, but just keeping keeping an eye in all directions. Let's say
Well, Kaela could
having
scout
somebody watching every which way. Yes.
ahead of us as a main group.
Well, we have somebody in front. We have somebody in back. We have people watching each side. So we have people who have
Sure.
areas of responsibility for keeping an eye on things.
You can have advantage on the perception check for the big scary monster that's about to kill you all.
All right.
Sounds
Man.
good.
We're on session 3. It's about on time.
All right. So is Kaela like being scouty, or you just kind of staying together?
I can be scouty.
Okay. Can you give me a stealth check in the tower? Would you like me to send you one?
Send it, please. I don't have the tower right available.
Screen real estate is a thing, right?
Yeah, really. Wish I had 2 screens, but I don't.
It helps.
Only 2 screens? Man, I've got 3 screens. Not that I use them for this, but I definitely dual screening this. All right, so you kind of go up stealthily. You see, so you get closer, and you see bound at the base of the tower are the captured members of a salvage crew. Their bodies are lashed together in a grotesque work of art, forming a sculpture of flesh. It looks like a terrible scorpion with a silver arrow as its tail. A pair of small, mutated humanoids lurch around the effigy, poking the captives with their spears.
I have to say, I didn't expect that.
That was not the look we were looking for.
I'm actually mildly disappointed that they don't give me a picture for this one.
I think they figured it was better to leave it to the imagination.
It's probably true.
Now, it is my temptation to walk up directly to that thing, pluck off the end of it, turn around, and walk off. Excuse us, need that, and then leave.
Right?
I don't think they'll allow it, though, but I'll try.
So you're going to start walking towards it?
Yep.
I'm going to assume at this point that Kaela sees this, comes back, tells everyone what's going on.
Yeah.
Okay. So Wallop's...
They're captured makes it seem like they're still alive.
Yes,
They are still alive?
they are still alive.
I am
Gross.
even more
Well,
likely to
wait
do
a second.
exactly what I said.
Wallop, wait for a minute.
Okay.
I'll follow him.
A couple of questions, Kaela. How fast were these creatures moving? Did they seem to be moving faster than we do?
Oh, man. Let's see. No, they seem to be they seem to be moving with a little bit more quickness, but they're also kind of small, so like they're the size of a goblin, if that kind of gives you a sense. But they do
How big is
seem
a scorpion?
How big is the scorpion? The effigy?
Okay, I misunderstood. It's an effigy, not a. Gotcha.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's made of all the people that stole the arrow, apparently. Or at least
the crew. One of the crew stole
Gotcha.
it.
I misunderstood.
Right.
My sound was out for a while, so I just catching up. Sorry.
That's okay.
So one of them is. So one of the captured people is holding the silver arrow out, kind of a tail like thing.
Yeah, something like that.
I think we want to hope that it's that.
Do we want to see if we can make sounds or something and lure them out away from the captives?
It doesn't seem right for them to just kill the captives just in case.
So
them
the
away.
crew is 2 humans, the changeling, and a dwarf. So, for all intents and purposes, 3 humans and a dwarf.
We should go and talk to them.
I really got to stop closing that story window when I'm done looking at it.
Well, if we walk up to them, we give them the advantage if there are other creatures over there we can't see. If we get them to come to us to investigate, we have the advantage.
I see what you're saying, but
So
think my instinct-
are you guys all gonna get closer enough that you can kind of see what's going on?
I think so, yeah.
Okay,
I'm going to try doing a message on one of them.
hang on. So what I would like for you all to do is in the green space in the northeast corner, position yourselves.
Green space. I see no
Okay.
green space. I see blackness and people.
I am familiar with this. That's what I had for most of the first two
I
sessions.
can see people. I just can't see anything but black.
Yeah, exactly.
Click your token.
Yeah, I clicked it.
To give you line of sight.
It gives me black background. I have nothing else. I see the people, and we're all like around each other, but I don't see anything else on the screen. It's all completely black.
That's strange.
Yes.
Patrick, try. There's if you right click, there's somewhere around there. There's like an update screen or update share. Try that.
Just share a record.
Okay.
Should I like do anything with like layers or view or anything?
Try zooming it out, back in a little bit.
Nope, still black. I
Mhm.
moved the screen around, all over the place, but I still can't.
In the upper right-hand corner of the map, where there's a skull and a question mark and a arrow, if you
Yes.
press that arrow, it'll toss the map to the background of Fantasy Grounds, and then if you undo that, sometimes it'll
Nope.
reconfigure itself.
Still
No?
black.
Okay.
Thank you.
Try view, sync client view. So if you right click, go to view, and then the last one around should be sync client view.
Does not seem to have done anything.
Well, that's strange. Well, while you're working on that, as you are all discussing what to do, let's do this. We'll start here. Everyone gets a roll.
If I have minimized it, how do I unminimize it?
You click on it.
There should be a little
see it.
a little circle tokeny button kind of thing. And if
See,
you
where would it normally have put that?
It would have put it right where you
somewhere on your desktop,
opened the.
Oh, I see.
you can
something.
move it around so it can
Yeah,
like
no, it's still bad.
In any case, as you are kind of discussing what to do, the two little creatures jumping around suddenly stab all four of the people in the figure and kill them.
That solves that problem.
The effigy then comes to life and immediately devours the two creatures.
Right then.
Someone made that check then.
What was that?
Okay, now how big is it?
Bigger.
Now we still need to get the silver arrow out of that.
I suspect there'll be one way that will go.
Yes, I expect you're right.
That's how big it
Well,
is.
we've just seen it kill a bunch of semi-innocent people. Should we just start shooting at it with range and moving back and see how it reacts?
Technically, it didn't do the killing of the innocent people. It killed the
Captors.
aberrations.
Semantics.
Either way, we still need to get the thing that is making up its tail. It's the stinger on its tail.
Might be helpful.
Oh well. We can't do it the smarmy way. We just have to beat it up. That's fine.
Yeah, right.
As a point of information, and mocking, if Miri had rolled better in the initial encounter with Zodor, and you got the information the first time, you get here, you can actually save them. But because you had to go do other things, you get here to see them die.
Eh.
Oh well.
It's life.
And I am also.
How far away is this thing?
It's on the map.
Mockery.
It's the sea. It's down to the left, Tosh, of where we all are.
Oh, by the way,
Yeah.
it's
I see a sea. I see a corpse
it.
sculpture.
That's it.
That's it.
The battlefield is unlit and dark, by the way. So if you don't have dark vision, you'll need some sort of light. And I was looking for that.
Well, that would
That's
be
what
the
we're
two
looking
fighter
for.
types.
That one. Wow, that was impressive. Someone didn't roll. Who didn't roll? Nope, Lorlevant rolled. Like Kaela didn't roll yet. Right, and first person is Ista.
Okay. Well, guess I'm gonna try to go big on this. I'll do a Chaos Bolt. Range is 120 feet, so let's see.
We're
Yep,
about 100.
speech. So
Farthest person is 100, yeah.
That hits the scorpion sculpture thing.
So do I just roll damage? How does it? I just roll the damage onto it?
This is the one that like can bounce or something.
Bounce.
Yeah, just start by rolling the damage because it only bounces if
Okay.
the two dice are the same. I think, right?
Yeah, the 2d8s.
Holy cow! 15 damage.
Okay.
And if you open up the spell, you can choose what kind of damage it is.
Well, that's sort of what I was wondering, but I don't see anything about that.
Scroll down.
I'm scrolled all the way down. Oh, okay. It has the D8 to figure out which damage type it is.
You get to pick from the 2 d8s that were rolled.
Oh.
It's not super important.
Okay.
It's
Well, then
gonna
never mind.
take the damage anyways, but
Yeah, as long as I couldn't think of anything it would be specifically like. It's not made of ice, so I'll do fire or whatever.
no,
so.
it's
All right.
Fraktah.
Okay. What this creature is made of? It's flesh.
Says
Yes,
I mean,
corpses.
it's made of people.
Or it's made of corpse. Okay, no, I thought it was made of metal or something.
No, it's a sculpture of flesh that looks like a terrible scorpion and it has a silver arrow as its tail.
Okay, I'll go right here and I'll try to hit him with my crossbow.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's gonna miss. Lands well short.
Just a warning. Yeah. That's me.
Gralak. So Gralak moves forward, and I'm guessing a dart. The dart will hit.
Yep.
Okay. Kaela. Whoop.
Oops.
Run away!
Oh, good. I didn't roll a 1.
No, you hit it instead. It's probably a better option.
Probably.
All right, 7 damage. Lorlevant.
Okay. Well, since it worked so well last time, and it's in range.
So I'll remind you that if you're making a
Ooh.
oh, this is-
Nice.
holy cow. I'm gonna suggest you move because I have a kind of a house
yeah.
rule of
Sorry, yes.
firing between things.
Yep.
So okay, go ahead and roll your damage. We'll see if it lives.
Wow.
Holy cow.
Because
All
crit,
right.
you know.
What?
If it
He
lives,
crit it.
It lived.
then it has advantage on the next person to attack it.
It's also it's
yeah.
stunned.
Yeah.
It says in addition to damage, the crit stuns it. Nice.
I mean, them some 6s, so I'd be
Well,
stunned
that
too.
helps.
You just did
Nice.
33
Nice.
damage to it, so I don't think stunning is on its concern at the moment.
So
That's
whoever
all the
attacks it-
damage you didn't get last session, Fire.
Last 2 sessions.
Keeps it from attacking one of us.
See, this is what
Well, this is
happens.
why-
I turn the difficulty down to normal, and you guys are gonna cream this thing.
Well, it's because I stopped
This is the
saving my
problem,
spell.
Hal.
Yay!
I stopped saving my spell slot to heal.
I think we're pretty much unloading on this thing.
You can hear him.
Are you done, Lorlevant?
Done.
All right.
Yep.
Miri.
I'm going to move over here. And then I am going to
Hit it in the nose.
hit it in the nose.
That hits amazingly. The 13.
Nice.
Yay.
Holy cow! 9 damage. Are you proficient with heavy crossbows?
Simple weapon.
All right. Yeah. Fair enough.
I'm not.
Wait, are heavy crossbows a simple weapon?
The marshal.
Crossbows are simple weapons,
Yep.
aren't they?
Heavy crossbows are martial.
Oh, heavies are martial. Well, shuck. In that case, I
There-
messed up.
There was a light crossbow in that pile, so
In that case, I want the light one.
so
So does that mean I need to redo this?
we'll take care of it after we're done.
Thank you.
Just
Yes,
remind me
thank you.
before you log off. We'll fix it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's still alive.
This is one tough corpse scorpion.
Yeah, well.
I mean, it's kind of hard to gauge.
So I'm going to. Where's Wallop? Since Wallop is coming up next, I'm going to give him an inspiration.
A Bardic
How do
Inspiration.
I do that? Yes.
You should have under the Bardic Inspiration, if you open it up by using the magnifying glass, you should have an effect that you can drag and drop onto him.
There we go.
And then just
Thank
make
you.
sure you check the circle
Check the circle.
next to Bardic Inspiration.
Got
Yep.
it. Yeah, thank you. I will get faster at this.
The corpse sculpture is unfortunately stunned. It's very disappointing. Well,
Unfortunate for whom?
Can
hey,
I
DM gets to have fun too.
light my lamp
Uh,
as part of my movement?
sure.
Okay.
I mean,
Come here.
it's dark, so I'll assume that you've had a lit lamp, so maybe you've hidden it with a shroud or something. But I'm assuming you're not just walking in the dark. I do find it amusing that Warforged don't have dark vision.
Right.
I continue to roll as I have been rolling.
Maybe you are in the dark.
Was a
Ista.
fire warning.
Yeah, the fighters are going for warning shots here.
Yeah.
Let's see. It's pretty hurt, so maybe I'll hold on to my second spell since I only had the 2. And
You have more than me.
And I'll do the chill touch on it.
That'll hit. And the corpse sculpture resumes its life of death.
So awesome.
Or something to that effect. Didn't even get to tag with it. So disappointing.
This is the problem of having one big creature.
Big creature, unload, unload, unload.
If you have anything left at the end of it, well, you either didn't get enough turns or you've not done it right.
I'm not calling you Lorlevant again. I'm calling you the Bomberman.
All right. Now I will continue what I was going to do. Walk over to it, pull the arrow off of it.
No problem. The rest of the sculpture has become fused as one.
Okay.
We'll just leave that there then, shall we?
Okay. So you don't want me to hack it apart and remove anything that's valuable.
No, she didn't say that.
Okay, then you do want me to hack it apart so that we can remove anything that's so valuable.
Do whatever you want.
Okay.
It has become a fused lump of, other than the arrow, which apparently is magical of some degree, because it's the only part of the sculpture that didn't change into this weird, like, metal compound thing. The rest of it, you can hack at it, but it's solid now.
Okay.
Other than the arrowhead.
Should we look around this artillery piece? See if there's anything here that's other than the artillery piece?
Yeah, we should look at the mutant bodies too, see if they have anything.
The sculpture ate them.
Okay.
There are no bodies. They're called dolgrams. The only thing that's left, there's nothing left of them because the sculpture literally ate them. And the other bodies that were part of the sculpture are now fused as some hardened mess of landscape.
But can we open the battle of the
Open the what?
the belly of the creature.
No, you hack at it and it's hard as rock.
Okay. Can we have hammers?
Let's head back to town.
So
Kind of
was-
search
Yep.
the area, see if there's anything else, and then head back.
What he sent Whist out here to get something from this artillery piece. What do you think that might have been?
I assume it was to secure the artillery piece, since he laid extra emphasis on his claim to the artillery piece itself.
Is there anything about the artillery piece that we can see that take it apart or anything?
Fraktah noticed earlier that it looks like it could be pushed down.
You push
Like
down.
It doesn't have much structural integrity left, so like if you gave it a good push and shove and feat of strength, it would just fall apart and fall down.
Don't do
All
that.
right. That seems reasonable.
Do
And
it.
if it falls down, so should we do that and see if there's any pieces that we could take back? If we're going to sell something out of all this, perhaps we could get something that way.
Sure.
Or we can,
Also,
or we can
it's
just
a
leave it
decent
and let
amount of.
him.
I mean,
That guy did claim it was his, so
right.
He did.
It'll still be his when it's more broken.
Actually, now is ours.
You gonna break it for him then? Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, I think that's what you're hearing. It's what I'm good at.
All right, so you're gonna go over and give it a shove.
Mm-hmm.
it was dark. We didn't know if there was anything else around, and Wallop, lost his footing. And
So
what can we say?
Wallop walks over, kind of looks at it. Give me a strength check.
Yeah, just right.
Can I? Oh, actually,
I mean, you could help, but you don't need to.
I don't know. My dice tonight says he might.
Try it again. Do it again.
Wallop comes over and starts to lean into it, and his footing gives way a little bit, but fairly quickly he regains his footing, and it starts to. He pushes it just enough that it's this really slow tilt to start, and as it kind of picks up momentum and kind of gets past that point, it starts to fall a little faster, and it just falls and smashes into a bunch of pieces out in a line about 50 feet long.
Wow.
It would have hurt if it landed
Something
on
we-
your head.
Well, yeah.
Are there any pieces and parts here that look like they might be valuable that we could take back and trade for something?
Salvage.
I really don't know much about artillery, but if somebody else does and knows that any of these pieces are valuable, that might be nice to know.
It's shiny. It's valuable.
Obviously, some of these pieces, I'm guessing, are a little large to be hauling around, but and I know nothing about Arcana.
Not this time
Clearly.
you don't.
Not this time.
So Lorlevant finds a piece that looks like it might be something that Zoldor might be interested in or something like that. But let's see. Kaela's kind of shifting through the stuff, and Kaela, you kind of figure that it looks like some pieces were pulled off of it very recently. So you can surmise that probably they already pulled some pieces off of it to bring back, and whatever those were are now part of this dead effigy creepy thing.
I'll share that information.
I'll take the one piece that I found.
Okay.
So we can take it back to him.
Okay.
Double time Harch back to town.
With all due care, of course.
So you arrive back to town without incident?
Fantastic.
Let's take this arrowhead back to Mother Johanna first.
Okay. She thanks you profusely. Thank you very much for bringing this back. And she offers each of you either a flask of alchemist fire, a vial of antitoxin, or 20 silver arrows.
Arrows, please.
Can't use the arrows.
Let's see if this drops in her inventory. Probably just popped open a window, huh?
Yeah, it did.
Antitoxin or
See
what?
if I can move the window to the.
Alchemist
Fire.
fire,
You should be able to
Alchemist
drag the
fire.
dot under your inventory.
Yep,
which is
that
what I'm
worked.
taking.
Which one did you want, Wallop?
Alchemist fire.
I don't know if I should give this to you. I feel like this is going to be a problem later.
Yeah, I'll have one that too. Alchemist fire.
Okay, so I'll take an antitoxin.
I will also take an antitoxin.
And I.
Gralak?
I'll take alchemist fire then.
And everyone gets another hero point, which I will add. Eventually, you'll start needing these.
Well, once we start rolling close as opposed to
2s and 3s.
yes.
Okay. What else are you going to do?
We're going to go to the guy who owns the.
Or
Zoldor?
Yeah,
So
yes. And take him the piece that I found.
Okay.
or should
He
or why
does
don't-
own it. Just because he was disagreeable and we don't like the way he handled it doesn't mean it isn't his.
We'll also tell him what happened to his
Oh,
You know.
yes.
people.
And that he delayed us and that might have caused their deaths.
Okay, so you're
Good
going to...
point. Yeah.
So Lorlevant and Ista are going to go this time?
Sure.
Okay. So you climb up the rickety tower. Looks at you, and it's pretty late at this point, post dinner time.
So we have some good news and some bad news.
Which do you want first?
Who are you?
We're with
Who are all these
Miri,
new
who
people?
came earlier.
We're with your good friend Miri.
At the reference of them,
Evening.
the two goons.
We are
get
not
up.
here for that.
What you want?
Well, we found out what happened to your friend. She
What friend?
is no longer here. The changeling
She's not my friend.
who you sent on an errand.
Right. My contract worker.
She died.
That happens.
She is an ex contract worker.
Well,
Yes.
that happens. It is the Mournland.
They found a number of items, it looked like, but unfortunately, well, when we got there, they were being transformed into some sort of a construct creature.
He looks at you in some mixture of disbelief, but also it's the Mournland, and this is probably not the strangest thing he's heard.
Unfortunately, because we were delayed in finding out where she was, we were not able to get there in time to stop this, so they were all transformed into this thing. And anything that they had on them is now part of it and is now a solid object. We couldn't get anything else from it. But here's the one good item that we were able to find.
He looks at it. Well, that's unfortunate. Well, this will pay for the extra goons you made me hire. Anything else?
No,
Have a
that was
nice
it.
day.
What is this? What is this worth to you? Otherwise, I think we'll just keep it.
Well, they handed it to him.
Yeah, it's his by
Out loud.
contract.
Oh, that's true.
by More by
He
claim.
owns
I
it.
guess so. By claim, yeah, I was
Yeah.
going to say,
Yes.
hang on a second here. but
Claim.
yeah.
Thank you.
I don't know if I'd call it a contractor.
Yeah, claim, whatever.
All right, so we're gonna end here. This ends the first part of the module. So good news, everyone levels. Yay!
Woo.
We're gonna close out the show. So thanks for watching D&D Night on DDOstream. You can check out DDO.com to learn more about Dungeons & Dragons Online and join us every Sunday starting at 7 p.m. Eastern for tabletop gaming on twitch.tv/DDOstream. You can find the full channel schedule on DDOstream as well. Please also check out our sponsor, Fantasy Grounds, at fantasygrounds.com or at fantasygrounds2 on Twitter. So you can get started with your virtual tabletop gaming experience today. That's the program we've been using today, and they also generously provided this content for us to play and show. So we thank them for that as well. You can follow us on Twitter. You can follow DDO at DDO Unlimited. You can follow me at DDOcast, and you can check out DDOcast.com for our weekly news and discussion show that I produce. Wallop, I know you have things to plug. Probably the only one who does.
I sure do. First Sunday of the month, every month, I'm doing similar. It's sponsored content, Rhyme of the Frost Mating. So come and check us out. Same time, same place. And we also have things to purchase at eldritchentertainment.com and amethystdragonfly.com, and that's both me and Lynn's businesses.
I feel like you should be more specific about what things you have, because you have DM screens and fun
we have
stuff
DM
like that.
screens, custom cut boxes, and dice trays, as well as some jewelry and jewelry boxes.
Anyone have anything else they want to plug? Hearing none. Thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Good night, everyone. Thanks for joining us.
Woo.
Have a good night.
Have a good one.
Have a good night.